Hello, hello, amazing artist. I believe that you know making art of all kinds is just plain fun. All it takes is a little imagination, a little whimsy, some interesting lines, and beautiful color, along with a few simple supplies. And you've got a masterpiece. I'm Gail. I work at East Library, and this video is brought to you by the Pikes Peak Library District. Today, I'm inviting artists just like you to join me in creating pop artist Keith Haring inspired action art. First, we'll explore together some of Keith's playful images, and then I'll give you some ideas that will help you create an action art masterpiece of your own. As an artist, I love looking at the work of other artists and then drawing inspiration from the things they've created. So today, let's just dive right in and take a closer look at the art of Keith Haring for our project inspiration. Keith was born in the 1950s in Pennsylvania, and he spent a lot of hours growing up drawing alongside his dad. He tells us that he was influenced by the cartoon drawings of Walt Disney and the Peanuts comic strip character Charles Schulz, the creator of Charlie Brown. It's easy to see that his art really does reflect that playful comic style. As an adult, Keith went to New York City, where he became an art world sensation with his bold cartoon-like drawings. The city literally became his canvas, especially the walls of the subway or the underground train. He used the walls to make chalk drawings of barking dogs and crawling babies and all kinds of figures in action. This was actually a form of graffiti that he used to get his art out to the masses of people. He believed that art was truly for everyone. Keith Haring tried several forms of art, but he found his best expression through his love of line. He took common forms like people and animals, and he simplified them with some basic lines and bright colors, just like we're going to do today. So let's gather up supplies and give this style of art a try. The first step in creating our action figure masterpiece is to make the figures. You have several options, one being cutting out a template from the sheet, tracing it onto a piece of cardstock, going over it with the black marker once you've done it in pencil, and cutting it out, leaving lots of the black marker showing so that the figure really pops. Option 2 is using the guided drawing sheet. I've chosen to do figure number 1, and I did it in pencil first. I'm re-outlining it with that black Sharpie marker. Once it's done, I can cut it out. It's ready to go because I did it directly onto the colored cardstock. And the last one would be drawing from observation. I think this Keith Haring picture is kind of entertaining and interesting, so I decided to try my hand at that running, howling dog. Once I'm satisfied with my sketch, I'll go over it again with the black marker and cut it out and use it as my template to trace right onto the colored cardstock. With that, I would have 3 figures and be ready to go. Well, my action figures are ready, and you might notice that I use the templates for mine, and I've got plenty to work with. After using the templates, though, I decided to try my hand at drawing from observation. So I drew a figure. I did it on 2 different colors of the cardstock, cut it out, and I think I'm pretty happy with what those look like, and I'm excited to use those in one of my art pieces. The second part is to make a background. In the Take and Make kit, you'll get a piece of white paper, and you can do several things with it to make your background. In fact, I'm sure you'll have lots more ideas than I share with you today. You could always draw a line across the bottom third or even lower, creating a foreground and a background. And then in your foreground, you could use either some tempera paint or some acrylic paint, painting those 2 contrasting colors, bright and bold, that look very pop art like. You could also use that same piece of paper and instead do a doodle design on the bottom of it, and on the top you could either paint it, color it in with marker, or just leave it white. And that's very Keith Haring like. You might want to just leave your paper plain with no foreground or background, just make a solid background, and again, this is that doodle design that's a lot like what Keith Haring did in many of his pieces of art. And that would be a great background for your figures. The last one that I want to share with you is using that bubble wrap that you can get in the Take and Make kit. And what you would do is paint the bubble wrap. Let me put something under it so you can see it there well. You would paint it with acrylic or tempera paint, paint as much as you need to cover the piece of paper you're going to put on top of it. Once you've got it ready, you would take your plain piece of paper, flip it over onto the paint carefully, and then massage that paper into those painted bubbles, holding the paper in place. And once you feel like everything's been evenly smoothed down, you would peel up the corner and have a very pop art-like print with all those bubbles. Perfect background for these action figures. Well, I've chosen my background. I decided to embellish this just a little bit by adding the black lines like I've seen in Keith Haring artworks. And I've chosen a couple of my action figures that I've cut out. I'm going to use this one. He could be running and jumping and belly bumping, or he might be doing a backflip. And so I've chosen to use him as a guy doing a backflip. And this one looks like he's in some sort of a victory pose. And so I'm going to put this one right on top of the first one's belly to make it look like he's jumping up in celebration and in victory. And I want this one to pop out a little bit from the paper, so I'm not going to glue him flat. I'll show you how I'm going to use the packing peanut in just a moment. This one I know I want to be a flat figure on the paper, so I'm just going to add some glue stick to the back of the figure and glue him down in the foreground, and then I'm ready to add my victory character. So I'm going to use just a piece of packing peanut and use my hot glue gun carefully. Stick that right in the middle at the top because I really just want the top of this character to be popping up off the paper. All right, another bit of glue, and I think this will work. Okay, so it's really the only glue that I need, and he's popping up off in victory as he jumps up and down. Now there's one more thing to make this look just like a Keith Haring masterpiece, and that is to add these action marks. They're usually in pairs around the characters that Keith has drawn, and it makes them really look like there's some movement going on, or here you can see the dogs are barking or howling, but it gives them movement, it gives them action, it brings some life to them. And that's what I'm going to do now using my black Sharpie. With just a few well-placed pairs of action marks, I've given some life and movement to my composition. I also added a few iconic pop art hearts to show the friendship and fun that connects these two action figures. And with that, I've completed my first Keith Haring inspired action art masterpiece. And so, amazing artists, with just a little imagination, a little whimsy, some interesting lines, and some beautiful color, you can create your Keith Haring action art masterpiece. And if you believe, along with Keith Haring, that art really is for everyone, then be sure to display your piece or pieces where someone else can enjoy your creativity. Thank you for joining me today, and go and have a great time creating art.